Good morning students. I hope you all are fine. We have already learned about sense organs in our previous video. Students, we all have ability to see, hear, speak, touch and smell. We all have healthy body and mind. But students, some people do not have this ability to understand things what is happening around them. Some students are not able to use a particular part of their body. They are called differently abled people. They are also called special people. For example, deaf, dumb, blind and lame. People who cannot hear normally, they are called deaf. The people who cannot speak normally, they are called dumb. The people who cannot see normally, they are called blind. The people who cannot walk normally, they are called lame. So students, these people are called special people because they need special care. Students, today we will learn about deaf and dumb. Have you ever played a game Dumb Charade? Of course you have played. This is the game in which person has to act out and others have to guess what is being acted out. Yes, a person acts like he is dumb. So students, today we will learn about deaf and dumb. Lesson number 2, Meeting Special People. Today we will learn about deaf and dumb. Students, today we will learn about differently abled people. What is the meaning of differently abled people? People who are unable to use a particular part of their body are called differently abled people. Some people are not able to see, hear, walk or speak. Such people whose body parts do not function normally are called physically challenged people. For example, deaf, dumb, blind, lame, etc. Deaf and dumb. People who cannot hear normally are called deaf people. People who cannot speak normally are called dumb people. Some people who cannot hear have a special skill. They are able to understand what other people are saying by reading their lip movements. Hearing aids. Some people have difficulty in hearing. They use hearing aids to hear properly. Hearing aids help some people with hearing difficulties to hear properly. These are fitted into ears. Sign language. Sign language means special language of hand movement and facial expressions used by dumb and deaf people to communicate. Here you can see the picture of 3 students, how they communicate with each other through the sign language. In the second picture you can see that if they want to eat food, if they want to go to washroom or if they want to play or need help, they use different sign language. Children who cannot hear and speak go to special schools. There they are taught the sign language. Deaf and dumb people use sign language to communicate. Here you can see the picture of sign language and the second picture of school. So students, deaf and dumb people always communicate through the sign language.
Hi, my name is Ben, and this is my friend Jerry. He's deaf. Do you understand what deaf means? Maybe you have some deaf people in your class. Well, why don't Jerry and I try and explain it to you today? Being deaf means that Jerry isn't able to hear. So when you hear the sounds of a car honking its horn, or birds tweeting in the early morning, Jerry cannot hear that. So if Jerry can't hear, how do we talk? We communicate through sign language. In Australia, it is called Auslan. It is a series of movements through your hands that mean different words. So when Jerry signs this, I know he means food. How do people become deaf? It happens for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes babies are born like that. Or sometimes people can become sick, and that can make them unable to hear. Doctors can sometimes help people who can't hear to hear. This is called a hearing aid. It is placed on the outside of your ear and helps to make the sounds louder. This is a cochlear implant. After a special operation, this is placed outside of your ear and can help make you hear again. Luckily for Jerry, the doctors helped him, and now he has a cochlear implant. Jerry and I go to school together here at Townswood High. Our school is a mainstream school, which means we have both hearing and deaf students and facilities to help the deaf students learn. This might be similar to your school. Sometimes Jerry will have some trouble hearing in class, so I try and help make things easier for him. If Jerry isn't looking when the teacher is talking, I make sure I tap him and let him know. If he doesn't understand something, I will make sure I explain it to him again or write it down for him to read. If I help Jerry, that means he can learn in class just like me. So if there is someone in your class that is deaf like my friend Jerry, try and help them so we can all learn together.
So students, I hope you understand about deaf and dumb. Now, let's see how will you communicate without speaking. Today I will give you some sentence which you have to act without speaking in front of your parents. Note it down. Number 1, you are hungry and you want food. Number 2, you are thirsty and you want water. Number 3, you have stomachache. And number 4, you are angry. Students, this sentence you have to act without speaking in front of your parents. I will get back to you. Till then, goodbye, take care, stay home, stay safe.